This video lesson is on exponent rules, in particular focusing on the quotient rule. So let's go ahead and begin and talk about what the quotient rule is. So the quotient rule tells us if the base is the same, we're going to subtract the exponents. If there are coefficients, numbers in front of the variable, we're going to simplify them just like regular fractions. So let's talk about why we subtract the exponents. So if we take a look at this example right here, we have 2 to the 5th power, so we know that that would look like this. 5 2's being multiplied, all over 2 to the 3rd. So that would look like this. Now, here we have 2 over 2, which 2 divided by 2 is 1. So these are going to cancel and they are essentially changing into 1s. Same thing here. Those are going to cancel because it makes 1 over 1, or just 1. These are going to cancel and they cancel and essentially make 1 over 1. So what we have left is 1 times 1 times 1 times 2 times 2 on the top, which we can ignore this because multiplying by 1 is just 1. So all we're left with is 2's being multiplied, and then on the bottom here you just get 1. So it's just 2 to the 2nd power. So we said that the rule was to subtract the exponents. So if we look at the exponents here, we have a 5 minus 3 is the 2. So without having to write this all out, we could apply the rule. But this is why. Because the 2's are essentially dividing out because they make 1. So if we take a look at this example up here, the 3 and the 6 are coefficients. So we're going to simplify them, just like regular fractions. So 3 goes into 3 and 6. And we get 1/2. Now the bases are the same here, they both have x, so the rule we said was to subtract their exponents. So instead of subtracting the exponents, again I want to show if we have 5 x's, and then we have 3 down here, that those would cancel and make 1, these would cancel and make 1, those would cancel and make 1. So you're left with x times x. So since we were left with x times x and it was in the numerator, this would be our final answer. Or even better, we can get rid of this 1 because we know that if a variable like this doesn't have a number in front, it's implied a 1. So this is the best answer. Now if we look at this example right here, we're still going to get 3 6 simplifies to 1/2. But now, these are going to cancel, these are going to cancel. This is just like the problem before, but notice where the x's are. They're in the denominator. Whereas this one up here, the 2 x's that were multiplied were left in the numerator. So the rule is to subtract the exponent. So it's always the top exponent, 3, minus the denominator exponent, and 3 minus 5 is -2. So as you can see here, there's 2 x's left there. So that's what this negative here tells us. When we subtract the exponents, if the result is negative, it's telling us that x's belong in the denominator. So to recap that, you always take the top exponent, subtract the bottom exponent, so numerator exponent minus the denominator exponent. If it's positive, it tells you that the variables will be in the numerator. If the answer is negative like this one, it's going to tell you it's in the denominator. So a negative exponent doesn't mean the answer is negative. A negative exponent just tells us that that base, an exponent, is going to end in the denominator in this case. So if we continue with our notes up here, after subtracting the exponents, if you obtain a negative, the variable and exponent ends up in the denominator. Let's go ahead and do some examples. So remember, after you get the hang of it, pause the video, try it yourself, then push play. So do it on your own. Push pause and then play. Alright, so if we use the rule, if the bases are the same and we're dividing, which we are, the rule is to take the top exponent, subtract the bottom exponent. So this would equal x to the 5th. Now again, the rule is to subtract. It helps us go faster, but if ever you're stuck on a test or you're doing problems, write it out. So I have 8 x's being multiplied on the top, I have 3 in the denominator, and we have this is going to cancel out because it makes 1, this is going to cancel out because it makes 1, this is going to cancel out, and you'll see that there's 5 and they're on the top. So they're not going to be like this. That's why it's just x to the 5th. It's in the numerator. There's nothing in the denominator. Okay, so here we have the bases are the same, so keep it the same. And then we're going to subtract the exponents. So 1 minus 4 is negative 3. So the negative exponent tells us that the y to the 3rd is in the denominator. Now, if you have a denominator, you have to have a numerator. So since there's nothing here, we're going to put a 1. So if we want to see this visually here, we'd have a y on the top, and then we'd have 4 in the denominator, and this is going to cancel because it makes 1. And you could see this is going to make 1. That's why we have to put that 1 there. And then we have y times y times y in the denominator, and that's where the y to the 3rd power came from. So the 2 and the 8 are coefficients. They don't have exponents in the upper right-hand corner. So we're going to simplify 2/8 as if it was a regular fraction, how we would simplify. They both have 2 as a factor, so we'd get 1/4. And then the rule is to subtract the exponent, so it's always top exponent minus bottom exponent, which is 1. So we would, and it's positive. Since it's positive, we know the x will go on the top. So we have this as our answer, or even better, we know that if a variable has a 1 in front of it, that we don't need to write it there. So we could just write x over 4. So if we forget that we should subtract the exponents, again, this is what the problem looks like. If we write it out, and you would see that there's only an x, and that's where this came from, and then the 2/8 again is 1/4. Okay, so we're going to simplify the coefficients. So 3 can divide both of these. And then we have the bases are the same, so we subtract the exponents. So 3 minus 5 is negative 2. So essentially we have x to the negative 2nd power. But what this negative means is that there are going to be 2 x's, and the negative means it's going to be in the denominator. So we're going to have 2 down here in the denominator. Now for the y's, 4 minus 1 is 3. because it's positive 3, the y to the third power is in the numerator. Okay, here we cannot do this because those 3's have exponents in the upper right, so we can't do that. So the rule is if the base is the same, remember base means it has an exponent in the upper right, so these are bases, not coefficients. Like if it was like this, then those would divide out and make 1. Then you could do that. And then you would just subtract the exponents and get x to the 4th. But that's not what this problem is saying. So here we have the bases are the same, so we keep it the same, and then we subtract the exponents. So this would be our answer. It's the same thing as 81, but our goal right now is to write things using exponents. Okay, here the base is the same. They're in parentheses. They're both -2, so I'm going to keep it in parentheses. And then I'm going to subtract the exponents. So 5 minus 3 is 2. Then we need to think about it. Now this number is really small. I mean, if we just write it out, -2 times -2 is 4. But we want to practice writing our answers with exponents. So instead of writing 4, not that 4 is wrong, in the directions it will say write your answers using positive exponents. So that's how you know not to put 4, but to leave it with exponents. But because the answer here is positive 4, we know the answer is always positive, we can get rid of this negative here, and we could write our answer as just 2 to the 2nd power, because 2 to the 2nd power is 4. So again, when this is even, we know the negatives are going to cancel, so that's how we can get rid of that. Okay, so we're going to simplify the coefficients here. 2 goes into both of those numbers. So we get 1/2. And then the rule is to subtract the exponents. 3 minus 3 is 0, so that means there's not going to be any x's. In other words, when you have the same thing over the same thing, those are going to cancel and make 1. So our answer is just 1/2. So if we look at visually here, this is going to make 1, this is going to make 1, and this is going to make 1. So there's no x's left in our final answer. We just have 2/4, which is 1/2. Alright, last one here. We have 12/6 as our coefficients. So 6 goes into 12 twice, and 6 goes into 6 once. And then our rule is to subtract the exponents. So 5 minus 3 is 2, which is positive. So we're going to have it go to the numerator. And then here we have 4 minus 4. So there's no y's in our answer. They cancel out and make 1. The same thing over the same thing. So this is our answer here. However, when we divide anything by 1, we get itself. So we could just write the answer as 2x to the 2nd power.